Hey you! Care to help a brother out? No? Ah, that's a bit. Well, I got this Commodore 64 game called Rags to Riches that you should play though. So if you want. You know what? Yeah. I'll take a look at it. Boy, guys, there was this familiar looking beggar out there who showed me Rags to Riches, a game that can be described as pretty much a Hobo-simulator. Admittedly, every site that I came across refers to it as an arcade title, or even more generically as a game of skill. But story-wise, it's a hobo-sim. You start out with really little cash in your pocket and you're fresh out of jail where you were incarcerated for vagrancy and being a bit of a bum. Now your goal is to make it big in the city. Not that the game has a proper ending, but you have to make sure that you stay nurtured, preferably not on booze for reasons that I will explain in a second, that you have a place to stay, that you don't look like a hobo, so you have to shave, preferably even closer than I do. So shaving is important, and of course you want to have a job to sustain your life. A job that can easily be lost if you booze it up too much. So it's better to stay teetotal, for this game at least. The controls are similar to, well, the closest similarity I can think of is Pac-Man, in that you only need to tap a direction to go there. To stop moving, you press fire. And that's pretty much it. Except, of course, there are a few obstacles for you to overcome. The cop, the robber, who is not hunted by the cop apparently, and the IRS. Now the police officer is the least troubling part, as he puts you in jail for, well, looking like a hobo when you haven't had a haircut and a shave recently, so you have a beard. The beard situation and the haircut situation can be amended by getting a $4 haircut at the barbershop on a regular basis. The robber will take your change, but will leave everything over $10 alone, as it apparently resides in some kind of bank account. The IRS can you hit the hardest when you've gathered a lot of money, because it takes everything from the bank account and leaves you with nothing but your small change. Fortunately, if someone else is on the screen, none of them can appear. Unfortunately, you have to pay for a few things. This includes the subway system, for which you have to buy separate tickets per trip, each costing $2. But these tickets are safe from theft, so you can still make it, theoretically at least. But how do you make money in the first place? Well, either from work, but to get a job you need to get shaved, so you need to find money first. But you can also find money on the street, either as 10-cent coins, dollar bills, or you can go and exchange empty bottles at most stores for money. Now, I know the biggest complaint here is the graphics, and you're right, the graphics aren't really stunning, but the gameplay itself is kind of fun, except of course for when the obstacle characters are pretty much dropped on you after a scene change. The music in the beginning of every new day is nice, though the rest of the day you're walking around in silence, except of course for your footsteps. And the alert that plays when a bad guy shows up on screen. And yeah, that's apparently how you go from rags to riches. Next time we'll be looking at a special ship. Well, we're going to dive for the RMS Titanic. I just hope we won't have Leonardo DiCaprio show up.